Here he made someone else hear it. So that's one thing, one of the many things that can happen. Okay? When we change it from mujarrad to mazid, this was one tiny example of what happened in terms of the meaning. Even alima he knew, allama he taught. Okay? Allama al-Quran. So alima is to know, allama is to teach. So to know yourself and to make it known to someone else. This is what sort of the thing that goes on there, and this is the sort of thing that happens when you change from mujarrad to mazid. So this is just an example.
Can you give us a less obvious example? Is the mujarrad always the madi form? Is that right?
No, mujarrad has what we have been discussing so far in daraba and nasara and so on. All the forms, no matter what form it takes, it's still mujarrad. Okay, daraba is mujarrad, yadribu is mujarrad, even though it has the extra letter. Daribun is mujarrad, even though it has the extra letter. Idrib, madribun, and midrabun, and ism ala, and all of those things, they're all still mujarrad. They're called mujarrad because when you go back to the purest form, which is that form, as third person, masculine singular, in that form you don't find any extra letters. That's where you know if it's mujarrad or mazid. Okay? If you want to know something is mujarrad or mazid, you go to the past masculine third person singular. And in that form, when we, for example, see something of this form, we come back to this form, past third person masculine singular, we find that it has seen, mim, and ayn, the original letters, the root letters, but it also has one extra letter, the hamza, and that's why it's not mujarrad anymore, it's mazid. So mujarrad and mazid. So both thulathi and ruba'i have mujarrad and mazid. So if there's a four-letter fi'l, you can add things to it to make it ruba'i and mazid. Okay? The three-letter fi'l is thulathi, right? You can add things to it, make it mazid. The four-letter fi'l is ruba'i. You can add things to it, make it mazid. And we'll talk about those as well, for example. But so we know that fi'l has thulathi and ruba'i, right? You can't have anything else than fi'l. Fi'l, verb, can only have thulathi and ruba'i. Fi'l can only be 3 letters or 4 letters in its purest form. What is the purest form? As third person, masculine, singular. That's where you look for the purest form. Okay? If in that form a fi'l has 3 letters, it's called, what is it called? Thulathi. If in that form it has 4 letters,
Thulathi mazid.
It's ruba'i. If all the letters are root letters. Okay? That's the condition. This is not ruba'i, even though it has 4 letters. Why is it in ruba'i? It's thulathi mazid because sin, mim, ayn are the root letters, but the hamza is the extra letter. On the other hand, if you look at this other example, dahraja, is ruba'i, even though they both, rhyme pretty much. They're pretty much the same, right? Asma'a and dahraja, right? This is thulathi mazid. This is ruba'i mujarrad. This is thulathi mazid. But the root for this is this. This is the root. Sin, mim, and ayn. The hamza is the extra letter. That's why it's so called thulathi, based on the root letters. Sin, mim, and ayn. It's still thulathi, but we call it mazid because of the hamza. Thulathi mazid. On the other hand, this one has no origin. This is the purest form. It has nothing to go back to in thulathi. It began as a ruba'i. It began as 4 letters. So that's why it's ruba'i, because All the original letters are here. Dal, ha, ra, and jim. These 4 letters are the original root letters. We haven't added anything to the root letter. But here we have added hamza to sin, mim, ayn, which is basically thulathi, right? What is this whole thing? It's thulathi. Because the original 3 letters are sin, mim, and ayn. Added is extra, or the hamza. Here, this whole thing is ruba'i because we haven't added anything to a thulathi. We didn't make this from thulathi. This thing itself has all the original letters. It has 4 letters. And when it has 4 letters in its original form, what do we call it? Ruba'i.
And it's mujarrad?
This is ruba'i mujarrad. Because in its purest form, it has 4 letters, nothing added to it. So ruba'i mujarrad will have 4 root letters. Thulathi mujarrad will have 3 root letters. And when you add things to either one of those, it becomes mazid. So where should we place this? If sami'a is here, asma'a is here. Where should we put dahraja?
Under sami'a.
Under sami'a. So sami'a belongs here because it's mujarrad. Dahraja. Dahraja belongs here. And let's just give you an example of ruba'i mazid as well. تدحرج. Okay, so look at those examples. This is, look at it. This is thulathi, and this is ruba'i. Thulathi. Why is this thulathi? Because in the mujarrad it has 3 letters. Why is this ruba'i? Because in the mujarrad it has 4 letters. These are mazid. In mazid we don't care. In mazid it can have 1 extra letter, 2, 3. You can have up to 3 or 4 extra letters added to the root letters to give it a different meaning. It's still called thulathi. Okay, this is what mazid. Thulathi mazid, right? Is it ruba'i mazid or thulathi mazid?
Thulathi.
Why is it thulathi mazid?
Because it has the 3 root letters.
The root letters are 3, sin, mim, and ayn. Okay, if we gave it a different flavor, istama'. How many extra letters do we have here? 2. The hamza and the ta. Hamza and the ta are extra, and the root letters are sin, mim, and ayn, right? The ta is extra and the hamza is extra. Is it anything else but thulathi al-mazid? No. It is still thulathi al-mazid because you can still trace it back to sami'a. You can still go back and look for the 3 letters that are in sami'a here. Sin, mim, and ayn. The hamza and the ta are extra. We don't care about them. They don't count as the original